Let's get it started. We're going to be live in a few. And when we become live, it's going to get real and right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's get a few people in here and we're going to get started. D Compton 84. What up with you, boy? Gerald, what's happening? I got y'all on the YouTube, so it's going to be hard to read your names today. To ask you, everybody. Daryl Lockhart. What up, team? Set it out, Lock. It's the first time you've been live. I get a lot of bros in here. What up, team? What's good with you? Daryl Lockhart, one of the brothers that, had been around for at least 30-some years. Actually came to see me when I was playing in the chat. What's going on? I'm about to go to that Super Jam, team. Ruru. Yeah, but I want to give people a little show before I go today. And for the people that didn't catch me up for those tickets, listen, I got some paraphernalia for y'all. I'll give y'all like some of that King stuff that K Slade had on the internet. I got some paraphernalia for that, so y'all gonna have to touch base with me. Yo, Bruce, what's up with you, bro? Yeah, man, it's been a while. I'm still, cleaning out K Slade things, man. They doing a special tribute to him at Summer Jam, and I know Summer Jam always rains out, but I'll be up in the middle of that. What's up, Reese? What's up, Mama? Desiree Kelly. You understand? Yo, team, I got a good doctor, man, and they put me on this work program. They sending me to a trainer and everything. So I'm gonna be out there. I'm good. I ain't got no complaints. You complain to man, you don't believe in God's blessing. And we believe in God's blessings over here, so we don't complain to man. Desi Daz, what up with you? I got Bama in the house, All-Star Compilations. What's up with you? Yeah, we like Dr. DaCosta. What up with you, Doc? How you doing, Mama? Doc been hiding. I seen what you said about my shorts, Doc. You don't think I don't read and know Spanish? I don't know. You might have to give me an examination. I'm just kidding. Don't want to run you away from me. All right. So listen here, man. I'm gonna do this real quick because this is Puerto Rican parade day here in New York City, and one of my favorite Puerto Ricans is Jennifer Lopez, and I met her spending time with old boy over there. He introduced her to me as like being his big uncle, and I used to play that role with him, also being his personal protection and security personnel and everything like that. But J Lo is like one of the realest women, realest. I mean, real to the core about her business. And I had a couple of good situations with her. It was always a good situation with her. And I just found her to be pleasant, just a beautiful spirit and everything like that. She was a great person, and she used to say some fly shit. And I've said this before. Yo, she used to say some shit that I don't think old boy could even just connect with it in his mind in his day and what he was dealing with, because she was so far when it came into relationships, so far ahead of him that he couldn't even peep game. But uh, Jennifer, and I used to call her Miss Lopez most of the time. She was just a pleasant every time I was around her, and I think it was because that she just treated everybody with respect, and she didn't expect anybody to do anything, you know, for her. You know what I'm saying? You know, keep the paparazzi, keep the people from disrespecting her and her space, and you was good. Because I remember one time we was in the Delano Hotel in Florida, and this man was just taking mad pictures of her. And she had offered to take a picture with him. But every time, you know, she would bend over or walk somewhere, this dude would just take pictures of her. So she felt a certain kind of way. And she would say, yo, Gene, this guy over here taking pictures of me. I said, where he at? And she was right there at the pool side, and I caught him taking pictures of her. So I went over to the dude and I said to him, I said, sir, Ms. Lopez would take a picture with you, but the paparazzi style picture, you taking all those pictures with her, I'm gonna have to ask you for your film and your camera. And then he was like, yo, I got my kids' graduation stuff on it and everything like that. And I just said, yo, sir, I'm not gonna ask you again. We could do it your way or you could do it my way. He gave me the film. I know I was that's how I used to get down back then. I'm totally different now. God has blessed me. I'm not doing those type of things anymore. I am a citizen. I am not taking people cameras and doing all that crazy stuff no more. The last time I came on here, man, I had ate somebody had put some calamari with some clams, and I thought it was just calamari, and I was real sick, and I was doing bad, and I'm kind of flustered. I was kind of flustered. So if I seem a little hyped today, I feel better. They gave me that steroid shot. And I got to take those 2 steroid pills today. You know, that helps you when you have, I suffer from seafood allergies and fish, certain I can't eat shrimp, crabs, and all this, shellfish, stuff like that. And now I'm taking took those steroids. I'm good. I'm going to be all right. Yeah. Summer Jam is today, brother. It starts at 6:30. That's when the concert starts and everything like that. What's his name? Magnificent. He was in Brooklyn or downtown, and I was uptown on 108th Street. So I called him. We were supposed to meet up. We didn't. So I wasn't gonna let him go to waste. Um, I gave a few to a couple of friends and everything like that. Choke had some people that he wanted to go, and I got some paraphernalia for you if you want it. If not, sorry about that next time. But I don't believe that if I have tickets for somebody, I got to bring them directly to them. But I do have some paraphernalia that I can send to whoever you want to. Rashonda, your daughter allergic to shellfish too? Yeah, baby. That shit is crazy. You want to tear your skin off. And some people, they throat close up. But anyway, uh, me and Jennifer had a lot of good times, you know, when I was around them, because we used to laugh, because she knew that my maturity and me as being a man, I understood what a woman was looking for. And she probably was looking for Sean to be a lot, you know, that kid over there to be a little bit more mature than he was in a relationship. But she used to, my God, when I'm telling you, she used to say some shit that I'd be like, no, I didn't say I got hard, but I'm like, it was hard listening to it. That's what I said. I didn't say nothing about I got hard and everything. I said it was hard listening to it. The stuff she used to say to another man. But I'm going to tell y'all this quick story, you know, about her. Because she was going to some award show. And she was dressed in this beautiful, it looked purple gown. It was like a dark, deep purple gown, looked blackish purple, whatever. I don't know what color I could say it was, but the gown was just drop dead gorgeous on her. And old boy, she wanted him to go with her, but you know, he had some other things. He was dealing with, you know, with him and Jay-Z, they little skinny white girls. he was dealing with them shits like that, you know, going where they used to meet up and everything. And I was like, damn, man. So we chasing these little skinny white girls around the city while Miss Lopez was going into this function. So she ended up coming over to the studio afterwards. And she was dressed in that gown. She was like, yo, is this why, you can't, she was beefing that dude like, yo, this why you couldn't go to the thing with me and stuff like that? He said, no, I had business and everything like that. And God forbid, what's that about? Dr. DaCosta, God forbid what? Anyway, she was like, is this why you couldn't go to the thing with me and stuff like that? He was beefing like that. And then he had a lot of these little chicks up in the studio. And it was Slam, it was Tony De Niro, all this, and all these little ratchet girls that Slam them having there. And then she asked me, one of them said something to her like, she ain't all that like that. And Jennifer was about to pop off her earrings and everything like that. And I was like, Puff was like, yo, take her home and everything like that. So I took her home and she started questioning me. She started questioning, Gene, why you gotta have all those little tackhead hoes up in the studio? I said, Miss Lopez, they were there when we got there. I don't know. He said, but if he didn't want them up there, nobody would be in the studio. So, Miss Lopez, I'm not at liberty to even speak about anything of Mr. Combs. I said, I'm not at liberty to speak of anything that Mr. Combs does. I'm here to just take you home and make sure you're all right and you're straight. And that's all I'm going to do today. She said, no, Gene, but let me just tell you something, man, because you know better than this, Gene. She was like, Gene, if you take care of me, I'll take care of you. And I was like, I'm going to take care of you, Miss Lopez, but I'm not at liberty to speak about any of Mr. Combs' business to you. You know what I'm saying? She said, okay, Gene. So he's doing somebody there, Miss Lopez. Miss Lopez. You want me Lopez? Miss Lopez. Miss Lopez. Nigga, I'm from St. Louis. I got an accent. Catch that. Bet you I can spell it. Anyway, so Miss Lopez, I said, I'm not at liberty right there. So she went upstairs. When she came back, she had a jar of Vaseline. She had her back and a little ponytail thing right there. Tight. She had on a jean jacket with white shirt, the tight jeans, and sneakers. She was like greasing herself up. She said, if they up in that studio when I get there, it's going to be a problem. Shout out to Big. Billboard said that he was the #1 album in history of hip hop. The Ready to Die album. I think Billboard, somebody over there smoking. Ready to Die, good album. But it wasn't the #1 album in the history of hip hop. Sweet D, I know ain't nobody scared of her. But she gonna get, she don't put it back up, don't put it off on those Puerto Ricans or those white girls, because I know a white girl from Sue's Rendezvous. Her name is Crystal. You better bring your lunch. You better, I don't care. It was people thought Crystal was Spanish, but Crystal is straight white, Fordham University, got a master's and everything like that. She worked at Sue's Rendezvous. And I seen her drill some chicks. She had the knuckle game. I don't know where she learned her shit from, but you was not playing with her. And she was no big girl or none of that. Crystal was about 5'5", if that. Whew. I seen her touch some, and they got her on the internet walking this Spanish chick. I seen her walk some black girls. They was not playing with Crystal. She got a mean knuckle game like a nigga. I want her next to me. If I'm fighting, and I want Crystal. I'd rather have her than I have some of them niggas that worked in suits. I'm telling you. So don't put it past Jennifer not having a knuckle game and then all that martial arts and shit that she done took up being an actress. That shit is real. They take that shit for real. She would have walked a couple of them chicks up there. I'm telling you. So don't be sitting up there talking about ain't nobody scared of her. No, like, no, you ain't gotta be scared to get your ass whooped. Anyway, so now, Jen had already said, if they up in the studio when I come, y'all know why they stay. Don't ask me those questions. You know why they put up with that. Niggas a millionaire. A lot of chicks are gonna put up with a lot of stuff. A lot of chicks gonna put up a lot of stuff when guys are millionaires and got money. I've seen it. I've seen girls come in there. I'll be like, oh damn, she fucking with him. She fucking with him. They got money. Come on, you know what you'll do. Stop playing. Talking about you ain't gonna do nothing. I don't care how much money you got. Stop playing. Be sitting up there talking about, I don't know why I did it, but I did it. You know why you did it. Anyway, so we got back to the studio. It was clean. It wasn't a chick up in that joint. Because there's no way I was going to try to, I had to pick her up off her feet to hold her. Because that girl disrespected her. She was coming back, Jenny from the block. She was coming back, Jenny from the block. Sweet D, you right, baby. They be looking for dudes for that paper. Most women. She said J-Lo escaped, Kim didn't. Ooh, that wasn't nice. Rashonda, that wasn't nice, mama. Her mother hated Diddy. She would not accept not one gift from that motherfucker for nothing. That nigga would go buy Rolexes and he was buying Chanel shit and she would send it right back. She wasn't taking none of it. Anyway, so then later on that night, after we went to Eugene's. Yeah, we went to Eugene's. And this is when I met Beyonce. It was Beyonce, Kelly with her little sadistic ass, and Michelle. And Damon Dash was being squeezed by two white girls. And we was in the club Eugene's in the back on the side. So I'm watching all of them because none of them had bodyguards and none of that. Jay and Dame didn't have no bodyguard. At the time, they wasn't there. So I'm watching everybody and stuff like that. So Michelle and Beyonce was dancing, having fun and shit like that. And J-Lo was up there. She was still talking about, she was on this whole thing about talking about, girls being up in the studio and people being around and stuff like that. And Puff trying to convince her because he's a superstar, they gotta have the women around like that. So I'm looking at this, and J-Lo was still a star on her own. She blew up tremendously after Puff, but she was still known well. She was still well known. So she was like, I've been around superstars and everything like that, and they don't do that. they don't carry their stuff like that. They don't have that around them like that. So I guess Tony De Niro and everybody was trying to convince them that, convince her because of his image, that's what it's about. So we go over to the cafeteria. And the cafeteria, I think, was on 17th. Is that on 17th and 8th or 18th and 7th or something like that? It's a restaurant that all the stars used to go to. It was used to be good food. It used to be good until everybody started going to it. No, Aaliyah wasn't. Aaliyah had just died like 2 weeks prior to that, so Aaliyah wasn't even around. Aaliyah wasn't around. So somebody was asking me, Jay was fucking with Aaliyah. No, Aaliyah had died. I think she was messing with Dame at the time. Hey, Libra Queen. Hi, family. Gave me 4 hearts. Oh, no doubt. She was a teenager. I think Beyonce was probably 18 at the time when Jay was messing with her. But Beyonce was messing with a lot of people before Jay. Allegedly. Both sides of her panties. Allegedly. Anyway, we talking about Jennifer. So they was in there, and here they go again. So now they ganging up on J Lo. They got her in the cafeteria, and she like this, going back and forth like, no, she trying to explain to them, and all of a sudden, she brings me into the picture. Hold on. All right. Okay, Miss Dickinson. Anyway, so now she brings me into the picture. And what she was saying was dead right. She was telling Puff and them, she was like, you think I'm Susie Sausage Head? I fell on the floor. I was dying inside. I was laughing like a motherfucker. But I wasn't letting them know I was laughing inside. You know the type of laugh you'd be like, because all that Puerto Rican came out of her. All that Bronx was, I think she from the South Bronx. I don't know if she from the South Bronx. I don't know if she from uh, 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 Castle Hill area. I don't know what part of the Bronx. That shit came out. And I was dying. Kevin Matthew, you don't tell me how to tell my story. Gene, tell a story and stop. Tell me how to do my story. Turn on somebody else who's telling the story. Tell somebody else. What up, Ice? What up, Rue? Go watch somebody else. Let me just tell you who this is. This is the. You could watch or you could turn it off. Hi, Deacon's daughter. You don't have to listen. This is me telling my story. But thank you anyway. Gentlemen. So anyway, Jonathan Ryan, official. What up with you? What up, young true spitter? Where you been at, man? I know where you been at. You been at the mother show. Good to see you back, man. So now, DJ Suge Bryant, what up? So now, Jennifer calls me in. She said, Gene, I don't care what Puff is paying you. I'll take care of you. Just tell them, Gene, Gene, that he's wrong on how he had all those girls up in there over him and under him and stuff like that. And I'm in the studio with them. Cause he think I'm Susie Sausagehead. I said, and before I could say anything, I say, Miss Lopez. And Puff said, Jane ain't gonna say nothing about my business to you. I said, Miss Lopez, I'm not at liberty to say anything about Mr. Cohn's business. And I'm sorry. And then she starts to like, see, no, that ain't right. And then Tony De Niro. Now, Tony De Niro, if you don't know who he is, he's the one that gave Bentley, or the little thief, yeah, gave him his name. So when he sit up there talking about he didn't know how he got his name, Tony De Niro is the one gave him that name on a Saturday morning. We was in front of Puff House. They was thinking of an identity for him. He carrying an umbrella and shit. Farnsworth Bentley. Yeah. Tony De Niro gave him his name. Thank you. Chris J 827, Sandra, Siobhan TV, Sandra, whoever. So anyway, so now she was thumping and everything like that, and then we end up taking her home. And as soon as we took her home, he gets a phone call. Yo, Kim is at this bar, and Kim is at this what you call with this nigga right there. We went on the hunt to find Kim. But I ain't gonna say I messed up, but I knew Jennifer at that point was through with Puff because I started seeing private eyes following us. And she really wanted to know what this nigga was doing. And if it wasn't him, her, it was her management team getting up the identification and identifying us with other chicks and other places that he was going in and out of. You understand? Meeting up with girls. And I knew that, you know what I'm saying, that was going to be, and I used to tell Paul, I said, yo, Paul, we got private eyes following us. You know, it wasn't feds, they were private eyes. You know what I'm saying? And if it was feds, it was because they probably worked a second job or they was retired or something like that. But they was trying to get information to take back from her. Because when she made that decision not to come back after Christmas, she was gone. Me and this nigga went to the store and I said he spent $257,000 in one day in gifts for her. And I don't know if she took it or not or she gave it, but she never came back after that Christmas shit. I was dying. 200 and you know how I know? Because I had to sign everything. This nigga used to, I used to sign a signature on everything. I had his credit card. That nigga lose his head if he lose his head, it wasn't connected to his neck. So he spent $257,000. We spent about 60,000, 70,000 in Fendi, Chanel, all kind of luggage and shit like that, jewelry and shit. That one day he spent $257,000. Even buying shit for her father and her mother. Her mother never accepted nothing. But I don't think I don't think I should have told her anything. I didn't tell her anything. She probably felt it in her coochie. No. Why did I say that? See what y'all do to me? See the shit y'all make me say? Oh, that's the hand of God and the eye of Rob, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's the hand of God is all in a circle, full circle. Hand of God and the eye of Ra, who's Ra is really God. Well, I told you how Ben Affleck got her. Everybody think because savoir faire. Everybody think that because Chris got her at the uh, Puff, but that was just some bullshit. You know, Jennifer was just, you know, she was just playing with old boy. She Ben got her the night him and Will Smith was about to go at it because Will Smith and his um, wife, what's his wife's name? What's Will Smith's wife's name? With the GI Joe haircut, what's her name? Jada. Yeah. Because her and Jada was about to get into it. That's why. Hey, what up, girl? Hey, what up, Jack? You know what I'm saying? So, that's what that was about. And somebody say Tupac wifey. Yo, her mother. I don't think her mother. Uh, if you ain't black or white, you know, girls gonna go by who they mother like or mother want to be around or whatever like that. So I don't think her mother liked El Negro. Yeah, that fight that's when Big Ben that's he thought it was Will and Jada and Ben was sliding in there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. And next thing you know, Ben, what you call? I still remember that shit. That shit was crazy. But listen, I just wanted to come and tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all a story at least every 2 or 3 days. I'm almost finished with Kay's house and everything like that. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story every 2 or 3 days or stuff like that. And because this is some of the stuff that I'm telling y'all is after Big's death now. So I'm going to the next chapter of my life. So all the stories y'all gonna be hearing now, and I'm gonna be telling y'all the whole 50 Cent rundown with Ja Rule, the whole beef with Fat Joe and uh, uh, Jay Z. I'm gonna tell y'all all the stories that I had after Big's death and some of the stuff I went through because most of the stuff that y'all heard was before that. All the Scott Storch stories that I know, that's the next chapter of what I'm talking about now. So listen, glad to come here and be with y'all today and keep it short and sweet. Thank y'all, and I'll see y'all in a couple of more days. This has been Big Gene from the Gene Deal Show, Raw Deal, Cooking and Conversation. And I'm going to cook up something for y'all probably on a Tuesday. That'll be the next show. And I'll cook something for y'all real quick and hurry. I make in a hurry. All right. So this has been Big Gene, Raw Deal. Y'all be good. Peace.